Hi everyone, today I'll be talking about the mechanisms of auxin, which is a plant hormone, and this is part of higher level IB biology 9.3, so plant biology, specifically plant growth. So auxins are a group of hormones produced by the tip of a shoot or root, so the apical meristems, and these groups of hormones regulate plant growth. Auxin efflux pumps, which is what I'm going to be talking about today, can set up concentration gradients within tissues by changing the distribution of auxin within the plant. These pumps can control the direction of plant growth by determining which regions of plant tissue have the highest auxin levels, and this therefore changes which cells are elongated or not. Auxin efflux pumps can also change position within the membranes of the cells due to membrane permeability and fluidity, and the pumps can also be activated by various factors. It's also important to note that auxin will have a different mechanism in the roots compared to the shoots of plants. So in the shoots, auxin will stimulate cell elongation, and therefore higher concentrations of auxin will promote growth. Compared to in the roots, where auxin will inhibit cell elongation, limiting the growth when high concentrations of auxin occur. If you had previously done GCSE biology, you would know that you would know something about auxin, particularly phototropism and geotropism, where in phototropism, sunlight will affect where auxin is in a plant and will also therefore affect where cell elongation occurs. So in this middle diagram here, you can see this is equal auxin distribution. So the auxin in the diagram is represented by these little black dots within the cell. And this is when the light source either comes from the top, or there's a light source all around, or there's also no light source at all. In the diagrams in the left and right, you can see, for example, on the left, the light source is coming from the left, which causes the auxin to move to the shaded side of the plant, so this area here, and therefore will promote the elongation of these cells along the shaded side, causing the plant to bend or elongate towards the light source. Same on the diagram on the right, where the source is over here. So if I were to draw the source, I don't know how to draw a lamp. This is the lamp shining this way. So auxin gathers along the shaded side of the plant and causes cell elongation to occur in these three cells, causing the plant to grow towards the light source. So now moving on to the IAA efflux pumps, which stands for indole acetic acid. So first, the process starts with phototropin. So phototropin is a kinase in plant cells which is triggered by light, and a kinase is an enzyme which causes phosphorylation. Once the phototropin is triggered, this leads to the transcription of the PIN3 gene. The PIN3 gene will then synthesize PIN transporters, which is down here, and these are integral membrane glycoproteins. These PIN transporters travel from the cell nucleus to the cell membrane, forming pumps. So they migrate to the side of the cell furthest away from the light source, so the shaded side of the cells, and PIN transporters are efflux pumps moving auxin out of cells, and this sets up a concentration gradient of auxin. As auxin is now outside of the cell, and auxin influx will happen into adjacent cells due to the concentration gradient that had been established by the PIN transporters efflux pumps. Auxin will enter and create protein pumps, which you can see in this diagram over here, which moves hydrogen ions into spaces within the cell wall, or also into the cell. And this, once the hydrogen ion is activated, this causes the pH of the cell to drop, which breaks hydrogen bonds between cellulose fibers of the cell wall, which you can see over here. And this increases cell plasticity, which allows the elongation of a cell to occur. So before and after, you can see that the cell has elongated almost twice in size. As mentioned previously, sunlight causes pin transporters to migrate. So without light, pin transporters are everywhere within the plant or within the shoot, and the IAA causes the plant to grow faster. So this could also be without sunlight, except if there is no sunlight, photosynthesis cannot occur, and therefore the plant will be yellow. And the plant, without sunlight, the plant will grow a lot taller and a lot faster in order to try and find a light source.